Yo, 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 yo. Okay, 619 GJ2 here. And yes, it is another edition of the Friday Night Smackdown Review Show. Yes, it is, and first off, today's date is January 1st, 2010. The beginning of a new year and the beginning of a new decade. And one thing, this also marked 1 year since I've been doing shoots on YouTube. So I decided to do an old-fashioned way I used to do reviews, with the old mic, with, just me talking and everything. Because, well, I just feel like I want to do this just for, like, one time only. Alright. But anyways, let me just, enough of that, let's do the review right now. Alright. Smackdown was at the Izod Center in New Jersey. And Smackdown starts off with CM Punk and Luke Gallows coming out to the ring, and Punk starts talking about how the New Year's resolutions and other stuff, and that he will make the WWE Universe straight edge, and that he will set the time on the Beat the Clock challenge, and that he will go on to the Royal Rumble and beat the Dead Man, The Undertaker, for the World Heavyweight title at the Royal Rumble. His opponent in this match was Matt Hardy. Alright. The match starts off with Matt Hardy in full control at the beginning for the first part of the match. But Punk would then regain strength and take control of that match. But Matt would continue to fight back and then start to build momentum. But towards the end of the match, Punk hits with a right kick to Hardy's head, then connecting with the GTS to get the pin and win, and taking the time to beat at 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Then after the match, Luke Gallows just finishes off Matt Hardy and just starts beating the crap out of him. Alright, second Beat the Clock Challenge match, Kane versus Dolph Ziggler. The match starts off with Kane in full control at the beginning, but after a DDT by Ziggler, Ziggler is in control of the match. But Kane would then fight back and try to gain momentum. It looked like that Kane would actually finish him off with a choke slam after Kane ended up connecting with a flying clothesline off the top turnbuckle. But Ziggler counters and then connects with that sleeper hold on to Kane. But Kane actually ends up holding on and does not tap, and Ziggler does not beat the clock. Therefore, CM Punk still has the time to beat. But then after the match, Ziggler connects with the zigzag, sending a statement to Kane. Alright, third match of the night was the Carolina Panther versus the Great Khali. When I first seen the Carolina Panther, I started kind of laughing and stuff. I guess one thing that's how the Carolina Panthers dominated the New York Giants this past Sunday, or last Sunday. Basically, just like the Carolina Panthers did to the Giants, Khali dominated, and the Panthers, the way they did to the Giants, that's the same way that Khali did. And that's what the Panthers also going to do to the Saints on Sunday. Mark my word. Alright, fourth match of the night. It was the Intercontinental title match between John Morrison and Drew McIntyre. Match starts out quickly with John Morrison striking first at Drew, and it looked like John was in complete control of the match until Morrison's left leg got caught up in the ropes, in which Drew McIntyre started to capitalize on that, but Morrison would try to fight back and regain momentum, but McIntyre would then take off the padding off the top turnbuckle in order to kind of distract the referee, I guess. But Morrison wouldn't let that happen. He would continue to beat down Drew, even though the referee was trying to restrain John from Drew. But after the ref turned his back, Drew McIntyre pushed John Morrison into the ref, therefore disqualifying John Morrison, and Drew McIntyre remaining the Intercontinental Champion. But after that match, John Morrison just chases down Drew up that ramp, and then John Morrison just breaks loose on Drew McIntyre. Alright, fifth match of the night is going to be a Divas match. Beth Phoenix versus Mickie James. Now, the match starts off with Mickie James in control, but during the match, Layla and Michelle McCool, who was at ringside, was distracting the ref. And then McCool got a hold of Mickie, wanting to kick Mickie, but she just gets out of the way, and then Beth is getting kicked instead, because it's wanting Mickie to get kicked, but instead Beth gets kicked, and then Mickie ends up rolling up Beth to get the pin and the win. Then after the match, Mickie and Beth just flatten out both Michelle, McCool, and Layla, and it seemed that after both Beth and Mickie cleared out the ring of Layla and Michelle, that Beth had gained respect for Mickie, but Beth turns around and beats down Mickie James. Alright, sixth match of the night is Chris Jericho versus Rey Mysterio. This was also a Beat the Clock Challenge match. Now, before the match, Jericho, of course, he always has to have some type of speech before his match. He says that on Monday Night Raw, this coming up Monday Night Raw, that he will regain the tag titles with the Big Show against DX, and tonight that he would have the winning time and go on to the Royal Rumble and beat The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title. Hold on for a second. Alright, and then now the match starts. The match starts out with Chris Jericho in complete control of the match, but Rey Mysterio would fight back and not give up at all, just like the underdog is. That's how Rey Mysterio rolls, in a way. But the same went for Chris Jericho. He wouldn't back down either, but when Rey connected with a low drop kick, it was time for the 619. But Jericho grabs Rey's legs, and then Chris Jericho connects with the wall of Jericho, and he locked that in. It looked like that Chris Jericho was going to have Rey tap out, but then Rey started getting close to the ropes, so Chris started pulling Rey away from the ropes, but Rey ends up countering, and then connecting with the Hurricane Rana, which then puts Chris between the ropes, and then Rey Mysterio connects with the 619. But when Rey looked to finish off Jericho, Jericho hits the Codebreaker on Rey when Rey was going to connect with that West Coast Pop. And then Chris Jericho went for the cover after connecting with that Codebreaker, but Rey beat the 3 count, and then Chris Jericho then started complaining to the referee, in which allowed Rey to roll up Chris Jericho, set the time, and win, and pin Chris Jericho, with Rey beating the clock with a new time of 7 minutes and 19 seconds. Yeah, Rey Mysterio won the match and beat the clock by only 1 second. He is the new leader. Alright, main event time, R-Truth versus Batista. Now, Batista just starts taking control from the beginning of the match, and actually for the most of the match in the first part of it, though, Batista was in full control, but R-Truth, he would continue to fight back, hoping that to get that shot at that World Heavyweight title at the Royal Rumble against Undertaker. But Batista would regain control and continue to brutally beat down R-Truth. Then Batista just connected with the Batista bomb, which looked like to be the end. Batista ends up going for the cover. 1, 2, well, it would have been 3, but Rey Mysterio pulls the referee out of the ring, and it caused Batista to lose the Beat the Clock challenge because the clock ended up striking 0. Therefore, Rey Mysterio winning the Beat the Clock challenge and will go to the Royal Rumble to face The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title. But, yes, but, Vicky Guerrero comes out and announces that next week it will be Rey Mysterio versus Batista to determine the real #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title. And that is Smackdown. Well, Smackdown was pretty good, I thought. It was okay, pretty good, worth watching, I gotta say. It's been about a while to watch Smackdown. But anyways, that is the review. Hope you guys enjoyed the show and the review. Give me feedback on tonight's Smackdown. And Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you all have a great New Year. And that is the real deal. See you guys later. Peace out. Woo!